Thank you for your interest in the 21st Century School. This is an exciting new development at Oxford University, and we're bringing together many of the best academics from across the university to do deep research on both the risks and challenges of the future, as well as the remarkable opportunities of future decades. Understanding the future is, of course, extremely difficult. Is this going to be a century of unprecedented risk, or will we be able to harvest the opportunities which are going to be provided to us and which have arisen through this massive improvement in technology and globalization in recent decades? We really don't understand what the future will bring yet, and so it's important to do this deep analytical work. The past 40 years have been a remarkable period in humanity's history. It's been a period of unprecedented exponential growth in life expectancy, in technological change, in literacy, and in many other areas. Although we are, of course, troubled by the huge challenges we face, not least the bottom billion who have been left out of this. Martin Rees, the president of the Royal Society, believes we have no better than a 50% chance that civilization will survive the 21st century. We need to work together in as many ways as we can to ensure that this does not become the case, and that we dramatically improve not only our chance of survival, but of improving the lot for everyone on the planet. Predicting the future is necessarily an extremely hazardous occupation, and as we've seen in recent political predictions on the US transition, in the failure of the big financial institutions to predict the financial crisis, smart people in the best institutions with good data get it wrong. This is the case with demographic projections, which our Institute of Aging are working on. There's a 4 billion person range of uncertainty looking out to 2050. And this is because we don't understand the underlying fertility and longevity drivers behind this. And our Institute of Aging is working with many governments to try and understand how we transition from the historical pyramid to the inverted pyramid, which will place a huge burden on pension systems, on health systems, housing systems, and labor markets. And so how we meet this challenge is a good example of the sort of work that the 21st century is engaged in. Will migration be a major part of the solution? And our International Migration Institute has been modeling, together with our demographic groups, what would be needed. We believe, although much more migration should be allowed, that this is unlikely to meet the challenge, and so much wider societal changes will be needed to meet the challenge of demography. Similarly, in the area of climate change, we have 5 different groups working across the school in an integrated manner, dealing with oceans, forests, transport, energy, and societal change as necessary to meet this massive systemic shock which is occurring in the 21st century. Our carbon in transport group is working on the development of new vehicles and transport systems, and we have a model car which can go 5,000 miles per gallon, but at this point only children can fit in it, and that obviously is a constraint. We need to push these boundaries using new technologies which offer massive opportunity, not least because we've seen exponential growth in areas like computing. But along with the technological opportunities and closer integration of societies, which provides opportunity, are risks. And our group are working on nanotechnology in medicine, is focusing on the opportunity and the risk. Greater integration, technological change, population density, asset increases have led to new systemic risks. We need to better manage these risks, and we see in the financial crisis, in climate change, that greater attention needs to be paid to global governance and how it integrates at the national level. We cannot operate in silos any longer. We cannot focus simply on one issue. We need interdisciplinary work that goes to the bottom of it, working in a systems approach and working with government. Clearly, the existing system of global management is inadequate for the challenge of the 21st century. But how the outcome will play depends on whether we're able to evolve this global governance system rapidly enough. The institutions we have are largely fossilized. They were built in another era for a different set of problems. So a key question we're dealing with is how do we work with groups to ensure that we are able to have a much better system of government where different players will play their role. The 15 institutes of the 21st Century School cover a very wide range of different areas. We have a cluster around health, focused on the frontiers of health, building in very strong ethic and other dimensions as well. We have a cluster around climate change, which is bringing together different groups on climate change. And then we're working on society and broader issues in aging, in conflict, and in global risks of the future. Together, across this range of institutes, we will, I hope, be able to provide a contribution to the very important debates which will inform our future. We do hope that you'll take an interest in the school and look at our website and become involved. Thank you.